Do you think that the delusional girls actually believe the things they're saying when they say they want the guy with 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches?
Yes.
Of course. Because I'm going to just say something from my experience doing the show. These girls will say they want these men, and that's true, they want what they want, but they have absolutely simped for men that were less than. Like, absolutely. Like, I have seen...
When you say simped, girls you mean simp. They got their innards torn up by those...
I mean, okay, yes. I mean, they have chased after... They have chased after...
Back severed.
Yes, that
blown
too.
out.
But there's a difference. Like, a girl... some girls can, like, if they're... Some girls can sleep with a guy and not be that into him or whatever, right? Yeah. But you know when a guy has got a girl like hooked, right? You can just tell. So it's like a girl will come on my show and say, I want this, this, and this. But I see the guy that she's dating or chasing after, and he's definitely not any of the things that she listed. Like, maybe he's probably got 1 or 2 things, but it's like they'll say these super high standards, but it's not what they're... Like, I'm like, you haven't even met these men.
What modern women do is something that I like to call inverse projection. The way it works is when guys like us say, I want a bad bitch. She's got to have some nice titties, a matching ass, flat. She's got to be all that. Well, what do women say? Oh my God, body positivity, beauty standards, blah, 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 blah. Well, and we as men, we have no problem letting people know what we want in women. But women always come after us for that. Well, women think that if they were honest about what they wanted, that we would also come after them. You understand what I mean? And so they give these politically correct answers because they don't want to look bad. It's just, to me, it's just a perception thing. When it really comes down to it, man, girls want good-looking guys to blow their backs out. That's what it comes down to.
I agree with you, but I'm saying like a lot of the girls will say I want to date a guy that's worth 150K, 125K, 100, whatever it is, but they've never dealt with these men in their lives.
That's the delusion.
Yeah, so I'm like, why do you say these things if you've never had it?
Just because, in their minds, they can manifest it, right? They can.
I'm so tired of I want to talk about this for a second. I am so tired of manifesting. You know what? I am the only girl that actually manifests things. I want to talk about this.
Can you talk about that TikTok thing?
Manifestation.
What TikTok?
You quit working.
Oh, I quit my job after one TikTok. Well, I had a plan to quit, and then I quit 2 months later.
That's manifesting.
That's manifesting. I knew I would be good.
Pearl's a modern woman.
So I would never say I manifested that, because you work for it. If you want things, you work for it.
That's it.
And half of y'all are talking about manifesting. I'm like, what do you mean? You're just gonna dream it?
Yes.
You're gonna dream it, man. Why don't you go try to earn a man? Why don't you try to earn a man? Like, why don't you try to learn to cook? Like, why do you actually try to do things to get there?
Well, here's the thing. Even semi-attractive women, like, dude, American women live the best lives of any class of human that has ever existed.
That we do.
That's the bottom line. If you're a mildly attractive woman, you just kind of float through. Like, life is great if you are a mildly attractive woman. Women don't earn their attention. All they have to do is exist. So when people like us tell them, hey, you have to do X, Y, and Z, they're feeling some type of way about it, because in their minds, why should I have to work for something that I already get for free?
Yeah, but they don't get it for free because they don't actually deal with these men.
Oh, you're talking about the high earning guys? Well, there's a big difference. They don't understand the difference between sex market value and relationship market value. Just because a rapper or athlete pounded you out doesn't mean that they want to commit to you. Women mistake sexual attraction for relationship attraction.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, these girls aren't even dealing with, like, they're not even getting sex from the guys that make, because I'll see the guy that they're hooked on, and I'm like, this is a rapper from down the street.
Right.
Like, this is not.
I think maybe he's not
6'2", he's 5'8".
Well, they want to be seen as having high standards. Is what they want to see. Yeah. No woman is going to say, well, I want the average man. Right?
Yeah.
Average, and this is where the disconnect is with men and women.
The guys are above average in some category.
Sure.
I will say, usually.
Unfortunately, the average woman believes that she is entitled to above average men. That's why. And again, they don't want to look bad in front of their girlfriends. Well, I really want a guy that makes $65K and is 5'9". They're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? You're a 10. You should be able to. No.
What do you? Oh my gosh, that's what they did to me on Saucecast.
Really?
Because they asked what my minimum salary requirement was. What do you think I should say to that?
I don't know. $650K.
What?
65 or 70.
What do you, yeah, okay. What do you think I should say to that?
I think I would say 65 to 70.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So how'd they get on you for that?
They were saying like, you need it to be higher. Like, girl, like, that's low. I'm like,
the girls said that?
Yeah, the girls on the show said that.
Yes,
so that's saying, yeah.
You see?
Well,
like,
but
oh
you know
God,
the numbers break down.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the numbers break down, top 10% men.
Oh, yeah.
The top 10% man should be getting the top 10% woman.
Yeah.
That's how the numbers should work out, but it doesn't seem like that is because we just have so much information around or surrounded around decades of this women's empowerment, women's liberation shit, which then they conclude that they are a 10, even though they are Lizzo-sized.
I was saying that. I was like, why? I never thought I'd date like a guy that makes 6 figures. I never really thought about it because most of the time you're dating guys your age. So it's like.
And your question is what blew Kevin Samuels up. Because before there was that content, nobody would believe the amount of delusion that existed in the modern woman today.
That's right.
But for him to be able, in live 3D, dispel the bullshit,
live,
the master with it.
Dude, unscripted, like, he was like 385,000 and oh. Like, he had, he had like Super Hot Fire's record, right? Like, his rap battle record. The disconnect, unfortunately, is that most men are sexually invisible to most women.
Yeah.
And so when you ask women questions like, who do you think cheats more, men or women? They say, well, men cheat more. Well, whether you think they do or not is whether you think they do or not doesn't matter. They're only thinking about the top 10% of men, and so that's how they view dating through their scope. It's only the top 10% of men. That's why they have the delusion.